Okay, I'm going to be talking about how to get some more life out of your big swim baits here, like the 9-inch MC hose or an MC slug, 8-inch slug that's fished on a lead head. That rig is one of my favorite for fishing big sand bass, and the biggest problem I have with it though is that every time you get a short bite, it pulls on the back of the bait, and even if you use crazy glue, eventually that bait's going to pull down, and if you miss a bite and the bait pulls down, you're not going to get any more bites that cast. I've come up with a way to keep the bait from sliding down that works better than crazy glue, and I don't know if you can see here, but this was a slug that I fished during the SBS tournament over the weekend. It probably caught 20 plus fish on it, probably had 30 or 40 bites, and it is still not budging, even though the bait is completely coming apart. So what I did was I took some single strand wire. This is stuff that I use for wiring up jigs when fishing offshore, things like that. This is a 86 pound test chrome nickel alloy. I bought it at Save on Tackle for $3.50, and it's 25 feet, which is an awful lot for what we're doing here. I cut off a small piece of it, which is basically from, they have the loop secured with bands, so I just opened it up and cut a piece off, with that way it didn't all unwind. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this piece in half completely, so that I have a little tight thing like this, and I can even squeeze a little bit more than that. And I have two ends, and that's going to be what's going to secure the bait. So when putting the slug on the lead head, this is a 1 ounce boxer head, which I like to fish with this. You put the bait in, start at the tip with about the same distance as you would have to your lead head, and then you start to feed it over straight. And if you ever wonder how far down the shank or how far to put the hook through so the bait lays straight, if you do it until, just keep it, bending it until the shank straightens out, and then push it out, it'll always be the right length. Unless you have a really weird shaped hook with an extra long shank. So there you go, this bait is straight. So I basically just pushed it until I hit the straight part of the hook, and I had the hook pop out. Now, let me grab another one here to give you an example. Obviously this is a much smaller lead head, but it's the only one I had available to grab. What I'm doing with the wire is I'm going to push it through so one part is, so it's straddling the lead head in front of the barb. Okay, so you want to get one wire over the top of the shank, the other one under, and both need to be in front of the barb. That's what's going to secure your bait. Now, it's easier to do if both wires are the same length. So I basically just took my pliers and I trimmed them evenly. And now I'm going to take this, and I know approximately where that shank is because you can kind of see where it is. And I'm going to do it this way so you can actually see. I'm going to feed the wire into the bait. One wire over, one wire under the shank. You'll feel it hit it and slide over. Then you push it all the way in, you pull it flush with the bait. Then what I'll do is I'll press on it, and I will cut each piece of wire so it's no longer sticking out of the bait. And now I have a very secure thing. I'm pulling really hard on it. It is not budging an inch. This will not move. This will stay like this forever. I mean, this bait is falling off the hook and it is not moving at all. This works good with the 9-inch BA hose series. Any of the bigger swim baits you're fishing on a lead head, these fish come up in the back and they pull on it really hard and they slide down, and you're out a $4 bait or however much these things cost nowadays. I'm kind of out of touch because I've got a lot in the garage, but this is a really easy way to do it. You can do it on the boat. You just throw this in your tackle bag, get a pair of diagonal cutters, real easy to cut, real easy to do. You can do it on the fly. The wire will not budge, and you'll catch a lot of fish.